What up, football freaks? It's me and Crazy Ed here for another Friday night of playoff shenanigans. And what we got to make up a cool one for you, Ed. Right? We got shenanigans for me and Danny. What cool thing can we say that'd be a good catchy for you?
I don't know.
We gotta figure one out before the year's up. Yeah, this year though, buddy. I mean, Christ Almighty, the Vikings are stinking. My all four of my fans. I don't have a shot at any titles this year. No way. It was a bad year. I mean, this was the year the injuries got me, brother. I mean, I lost five starting quarterbacks this year to injury. I lost 4 or 5 running backs for the year to injury, and then 2 good receivers.
You know, it's been quarterbacks that have really messed with me in fantasy football. I went after Burrows in 2 of my leagues, and in the other 2, I got Herbert. And Herbert this year has been god awful.
You got paid. You don't have nothing to play for. You got paid.
I guess that's what it is. Both of them.
You go back and look.
Burrows got injured.
Unless it's Randy Moss. I mean, Moss lit it up after he got paid, but to the most part, they're pushing so hard because they know they're in a contract year, and it disappoints us because the following year they're not having to push as hard because now I got my 3-year deal.
Yeah, it just just stinks.
So Mahomes gave you guys another ring after he got the big deal. I mean, he that kid always plays well. Though. I feel so bad for him this year, Ed. I feel so bad.
He is so frustrated. Yeah, he is so frustrated.
I mean, there's some good receivers going to be hitting the free market this year again. So I hope that they're smart enough to go at least after. If I were them, I'd put all the dice on Evans, man. That guy has still got it in the tank.
I would love Evans, seriously.
And I think Devontae is going to be looking for a new home. I don't think he's going to stay as a Raider.
Yeah, I don't think we can afford him. Just like we can't afford your boy.
Jefferson?
Yeah, Jefferson. There's no way that the Chiefs could afford him.
I'd make room for him. I would tell the big – that's where, the Chiefs go and say, hey, listen, the reason Brady got all those rings is because he gave us hometown discounts when we could bring a –
Well, and Mahomes said he would do that, but I think he doesn't want to give the money.
Kelsey's getting up there. He would be a huge savings if he negotiated a little bit. He don't need the money anymore. Christ, Taylor Swift's got him financed. I mean, he's good.
He was projected to make $250 million this year, and it's going to be more like $500 million. He's projected to get 500 now. But
what's up, Jimmy? Oh, you know what, guys? I'm not doing what I promised. Hold on, I'll get that down. I told everybody that if there's anybody who wants to talk football tonight, they're welcome to come up. It's nearing the end of the season, so there's some people who have been dying to talk some smack to us up here. All right, invite.
But I don't think that Mahomes...
you and I are pretty much worthless without mods. You know that? I mean, We're probably 2 of the slowest mods on earth.
I say hi to everybody in your channel, though.
I try to.
I'm a high modder.
There's Miss Foxanne. What's going on, Foxanne? Jimmy, I just dropped the link. You're more welcome to come up. Same thing with you, Travis. Anybody that's in the chat, and I dropped the link. Matter of fact, we'll pin this sucker.
Man, my beard looks so orange right now.
How come you can't pin from this side? That's weird.
Whoops.
Are you still here?
Did you hear about Saint Dust?
Yeah, that's horrible.
I'm donating my thing. I've got I made a weird thing yesterday on my show. If you want me to share it, and we're going to do an auction tomorrow on my Saturday show.
I didn't come prepared. We don't have a mod in here. Hold on. Can I make... It won't even let me make anybody mods, Ed. What is going on with this?
Maybe you're not logged on.
I'm in StreamYard. Maybe I need to get over into YouTube, and that way I can do things we need to do here.
I think that's it.
First off, I need to get switched over to ASE instead of Kenny E and Danikin.
But yeah, I'm going to be, I'm doing my Saturday show that I get to do once a month. And I'm going to do an auction during the show. And whoever wins and then they put the money into his GoFundMe will have a chance. Well, not a chance. Will win my weird sculpture. It's actually really cool, and it's really kind of big. But it's about 8.5 inches long and probably 5 inches tall. But yeah, unless I do, I mean, I'll take ideas from everybody. If we could do, if you donate anything, you get a chance to win. Spin on the. I don't know. That's probably against the rules too. You probably can't do that type of thing because that's gambling. So I think you just have to auction it off.
When I first went in, dude, I went in the wrong way. Come on. I was trying to mess with you. Did you see the thumbnail tonight?
No. I'll have to check it out.
Oh, sorry, Ed. Damn it.
See, this is my creepy sculpture I made last night. And it's the prototype because I was thinking about trying to make these for my Etsy page once my Etsy page goes live. But this is the original one that one lucky person will be able to win in an auction. But it's just really a bummer. I don't like doing pushing fundraisers and stuff, but I thought an auction would be good. I don't mind donating a thing to an auction.
That's really cool, Ed.
It's pretty creepy.
Danielle, look at this thing he's got up for auction for Dusty's benefit. My wife's going to make me buy this, Ed. Look at this.
It's really creepy because the nails I polished. So the nails look like real nails on it. The camera didn't do a very good job.
Polished nails.
I love it.
But it is just really weird. But yeah, so we're going to be doing that tomorrow night on the Super Saturday Special show.
Roxanne says, that is so super creepy and awesome.
Let's see. How do I stop? Oh, stop sharing. There we go. Comments. Oh, awesome. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to shut this off. Go to that. Okay. And did you want I forgot what we were even talking about.
Playoffs.
Do you want to do NFL standings?
Yeah, we might as well start there, and then we can go over what we think about how it's going to play out and fall. And now, if you guys win this week, that clinches the division, right?
We could have clinched the division 5 weeks ago, but we've lost 5 of 6 games. It's terrible. I think, or maybe we lost 4 or 5 games.
If the Raiders win out, and God forbid, if you guys lost out, that means the Raiders could actually still become the NFC champs.
I don't think so because we have the tie. We beat them also.
Yeah, but they have to play you. You're the last. That's the last game of the year. Raiders Chiefs.
Oh, yeah. Why thought we played them already? No, we already played them in Las Vegas. Remember the kid that Karen Manley, I think is his name.
But look, I think you guys play him the last game of the year, don't you?
We already played him because remember that kid that dressed up like a Indian? He had red on one side, black on the other, and they were all saying he was blackface. And now Kansas City fans aren't allowed to have war makeup anymore.
That's right.
Such a BS. If the Chiefs can't have war paint, nobody should be, because it should be fair all the way across the boards. Honestly, I don't see how you can say one team can and another team can't.
Travis says he's hoping my Vikings get a better draft pick at this point. Yeah, still, you can't lose to the Packers. I agree. Plus, we got to see what this Hall kid deserves a chance to show us if he's got it or not. I'm sorry, 7 plays isn't enough time to find out if he's a good, bad, or indifferent quarterback. He showed us he had some skills. I mean, he went 6 for 7 for about 80 yards, and then he got knocked out of the game with the concussion. So I think we owe it to him to give him the last 2 weeks, let him play. I mean, this is the only week it's probably going to matter. I picture Detroit next week probably won't have a starter playing after the first quarter probably. They'll probably play 1 series each, and they'll be all sat. So, which is good for us. I mean, we might just backdoor ourselves into the playoffs only out of pity by Detroit. But if we lose to the Packers, I mean, we're out. We're done. Put a fork in us.
Look we're the worst home team in the world. 4-4. That's terrible. I don't know. The Chiefs are just so terrible. It's not even funny.
Don't you wish that real football was like fantasy football, dude, where each team's got X amount of dollars they can spend, and you know.
Oh, so I keep reading
articles. Every year, everybody's a free agent, and they get a play for that 1-year contract.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But I keep reading all these different Wilson, Ron Wilson. Is that the quarterback for Denver?
Russell Wilson.
Man. Okay, do you know he still has 4 years left on this huge contract?
And let's not forget all the gifts they gave Seattle.
Yeah. Well, they said if he gets injured, they can't buy him out of his contract next year. He's guaranteed $57 million, but then they can give him another $57 million, from what I understand, to get him bought off so they don't have to pay him that every year for the next 4 years. As long as he doesn't get injured this year. So that's why they
another team that contract's isn't that contract void? Isn't that how that works?
I think they're just trying to buy him out of it. I think they can buy him out and then he can go somewhere else, but they just get stuck with this $114 million over the next 4 years.
You never know in the off season, though. They might get lucky. Somebody might want to play on it.
Belichick's already said he wants him.
And Bill, if he wants him, Patriots always are way under their cap. They don't spend money on people.
Well, didn't the Patriots already tell him that they didn't want him back next year?
Belichick?
Yeah. And so if Belichick is going to leave to a different team, I wonder if he's going to try to get Russell Wilson to go with him to whatever team he goes to.
I don't know.
So it'd be really interesting. I've heard teams that are interested in him are San Diego. Gosh, what was that?
Raiders. The Raiders our one team.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay was mentioned, which I don't think Tampa should move away. Baker Mayfield's playing lights out football right now. Why would you even go away
He
from him?
has. You
I
know
mean, I
who's
think
been
he's starting
really
to understand what it is to be a pro now. I think he's less time, playing Playboy and more time, hitting the film room and doing what it takes to be a good NFL quarterback. He might actually get himself a long-term deal out of these guys now.
It was Atlanta. Atlanta was very interested in it.
And there's been talk by Vikings maybe one of them, but I'll tell you, man, I want to see what Hall will do, and if Hall's not going to work, I'd like for us to go after Bo Nix, the Oregon quarterback.
Yeah, I would love Bo Nix on my team if I was you.
Well, that kid's like he can pick up just as many yards on the ground as he can throwing. I mean, the kid gets outside the end there. It could go all the way. I mean, he's that crazy of a quarterback. I got to watch him a lot, obviously, because of my region I'm in. And I mean, I kind of fell in love with this kid. I kind of like this. I mean, I think for what we have for receivers and what we have right now for a line, he'd be the best quarterback we could pick up in the draft this year. Unless these last two games, Hall shows us that he could maybe have a shot at being something, because then we got a kid to be drafted into the 5th round. We don't have a 5th-year option on him. I mean, we could sign him and make him feel like a hero for like probably $5 million a year right now. Sign him to a 4-year, $20 million contract. We get him cheap as hell. What kind of buying power would we have? Losing that Kirk Cousins. If we can sign our boy, which we have to have in Minnesota. Jefferson, I will put up there, is every bit as good as Moss as far as game-changing ability.
I think Jefferson's better than Moss.
That's what I said.
Because he doesn't Moss took plays off. Moss sometimes would jog down the field when he knew he wasn't going to be thrown the ball to, and that's what used to kill me about that guy. It would piss me off so bad. Because he would have been
he's a football player, dude. He doesn't take a play off. I think if they would let him, he'd probably go out and try to be a corner. If they'd let him do it.
Yeah. He is awesome. He really is awesome.
You could bet if Green Bay's leading the game at the end of the season, I bet you he'll say, "Put me in, boss, and I'll be a corner." Oh, sorry, Ed. Damn it! Why don't you say something, man?
I'm just looking at this. Look, the Chiefs are still one of the few teams with a plus-minus in the whole AFC. More points for than against. That is bizarre. Wow. Of course, Denver would be a lot better if they didn't give up 70 points to Miami in that one game. To give them a negative 50. And then Miami would be
gave up 63 to the Raiders.
Jeez.
Remember?
Yeah,
somebody gave up 63 to the Raiders this year.
Really strange teams. Really strange.
It was the week after we I think you know what, I do remember now because the guy got fired for it. It was the Chargers. Their coach got fired. Right. I should have remembered that one.
Las Vegas is still giving the Chiefs the 3rd highest odds of winning the championship. I don't see it.
Well, you got some stuff to build on for next year. I mean, you got Rice. I think Rice is a good receiver.
Our team's going to be solid again next year.
You guys need to draft a really good tight end in this year's draft. You guys should have drafted one last year because it was a rich, heavy draft of tight ends. Because Kelsey's getting up. He's getting up there in age. Man, I tell you don't want to catch that C word, Ed. Man. Me and Danny caught it last Saturday. And I still am coughing shit up. Uh-oh, you're muted, buddy.
The line came out of the bottom of the speaker, and for some reason I plugged it back in, but it mutes me up here.
Oh, really? So you have no hearing?
Well, I can hear. No, it was because the power, it just came out.
Oh.
I could hear you through my laptop.
Headphones.
But
well, I can't believe Jimmy. He don't want to come up and see us anymore.
I don't know. Or Jimmy. Oh, look, they got my favorite teams right here. The Royals, the Cardinals, the Chiefs, Detroit, and St. Louis Blues. That was years ago. And the Cardinals really should be down here somewhere, but And Detroit's so terrible, they'll never be good again unless they sell their team. The Suns took over the team and just destroyed it. So are these the games for this week?
Probably. Yep.
Oh, the Chiefs play Cincinnati this week.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough game, man.
Yeah, it is. Who knows? Maybe the Chiefs won't even make the playoffs.
That'd be shitty, dude. Now, who do you like in that next one, dude?
I'm going to go with Detroit because they just lost to Miami, the wusses.
I don't know. For that reason, Dak Prescott doesn't like to lose 2 in a row. I think Dallas is probably going to light Detroit up.
Dallas is the only team that was over 500 that lost to Miami this year. Pathetic. I hate New England. Nothing personal.
Buffalo. Did you know this is the first time in NFL history that every game that's being televised this weekend all have playoff implications?
Wow.
Every game has playoff implications this week.
What was last night's game?
Cleveland Browns. Oh, man. I picked up Flacco in 3 out of my 4 leagues.
You know who I picked up that Browning kid from Cincinnati.
Oh, you don't have to remind me, Ed. You kicked my ass with them this weekend. I remember.
That kid's doing better than Burrows did.
And let's really rub it in, because guess who he played for last year at this time, Ed?
Was he your guys' quarterback?
They signed him off our practice squad.
What? Yeah. That's who you guys should be having start on your team.
I know. We had him. He was in Minnesota, man.
I had no idea. Wow. Well, that's a shame. That's a real shame. Atlanta versus the Bears. Oof. You don't know what Bear's going to show up. The good Bears or the sucky-ass Bears?
Both of them are still in the hunt, too.
The Bears are either horrific or they win.
No, Atlanta's the only one in the hunt on this one. Bears are already out.
Yep. Oh, I got the hiccups. Yeah, it's going to be hard for Atlanta, but they got to win both their games, and Tampa Bay's got to lose both theirs, I think. New Orleans has got to do the same feat. Okay. Oh, man. Indy has got a winning record going up against the Raiders. New York versus LA. Oh, that's an easy game for Philadelphia.
Who are they playing?
Tampa Bay versus New England. Oh, I mean, versus New
New
Orleans.
Orleans. Yeah, that's going to
That'll
be
be
a
a
good
great
game.
game. Washington, they suck. That should be an easy game for the 49ers.
Jacksonville.
Carolina versus.
This could be a close game though because Lawrence is down. They're sidelining him for this game.
Oh wow.
He's got an injury to his throwing shoulder.
Wow.
They're calling it a, what did they say? They stubbed it or something? Strained it?
Here's the game of the week.
Destroy Miami on this one.
Miami versus Baltimore.
Now, interesting fact that if Miami was to beat Baltimore, then I think Cleveland plays Baltimore next week, last game of the year. So that would be for that division. And Baltimore will go from the number 1 seed, all of it probably get booted down to number 5.
I think Tennessee is going to probably beat Houston because Tennessee sucks that way.
How would you like to be the GM of the Cleveland Browns right now? You spent all this money on the guy that's riding the pine again, who, by the way, you didn't get for the first whole year you had him because of all of his legal mess. And now you bring in Joe Flacco, who you know is going to expect to get paid if he takes him to the Super Bowl this year.
Well, there's no way that's going to happen.
Don't say never, dude. That defense
would be funny.
Absolutely destroying people right now.
It would really be funny. I mean, it would be funny.
Would it hurt my feelings to see Broadway Joe up in Minnesota for his last couple of years? You know what I mean? He's a gunslinger, and gunslingers with Jefferson works.
Yeah, I can see that. So, what about this game? Green Bay versus Minnesota. Minnesota's favored by 1 point.
Yeah, this is going to be an ugly game, I think. It just depends. It's going to all fall on what this rookie does. I think Dobbs is considered the backup. If he starts really screwing up, I think their savior plan is going to be Dobbs. Mullins is number 3 on the list now. I think this coach is just making sure he utilizes every opportunity he has to see what he really has for quarterback. I don't think they plan to sign Cousins. They have said if they would, if Cousins was to, give him a massive, great deal, being he's coming off injury. But somebody's going to pay Cousins a lot of money this year.
Yeah, because people are stupid.
They are. You think they'd learn from the Minnesota mistakes, but they'll sign them.
Yeah, he didn't do anything for Washington either.
I think Seattle will win this game. At Seattle, sorry if you're still here, Foxanne.
Yeah, probably Seattle. I'd rather see Pittsburgh. I would put my money on Las Vegas. Even though Indy is favored by 3.5 points.
I don't think I could go against Vegas right now.
I know. It's crazy. Where's Ryan?
Who knows where that guy's at?
He should be defending this. And here's a game I don't care at all about.
Rams still got a chance, man. They've been playing good ball for the last 5 or 6 games.
Let's see. I just got a text message. Let's see if it was from somebody cool. From an unknown number. Not going to worry about that one. Well, so that was interesting. Let's go to fantasy football. I'm in ninth. I'm in 8th. I'm in 8th, and I'm in 4th.
Yeah, where am I?
Terrible.
I'm just as bad.
Well, we'll have to. You're in 6th at 8, 7, and 1. I'm at 7 and 9. I think I was doing really good for a while there. No. There was one I was tied in first place.
Who's winning this league?
Kicked me into Jimmy. And he's got it sewn up, I think. 2 weeks left.
Yeah, he does.
14-2. Yeah, Jimmy's won this division. Good job, Jimmy. And he had 22 moves.
Well,
he
it
led
helps
the
when
league
you
in
get the
moves.
number 1 pick. I mean, that helps.
Did he have the number 1 pick?
Number one or number 2? I can't remember.
Let's see. Well, Jalen Hurts was a good one. Debo, Justin Jefferson was probably his top pick. So, yeah, he's got some good players. He's been playing Cleveland. Now the next league, we've got June Sun at 12 and 4, and Austin at 12 and 4.
Ooh. Austin's trying to take that crown from this June.
Yeah. June is playing Scotty, the Fish Freak, and Austin's playing Big J. See who he's got. He's got Josh Allen.
Looky who showed up.
Hey, what's happening?
How are you today?
I'm doing well.
We were just talking about it. I'm like, well, shit, we got to get Ryan up here. How the Raiders have an outside shot at taking their division still.
Yeah, we finally got rid of McDipshit as a coach. And what do you know? We're playing a little better.
Yeah, I think Pearson's already. I think he's already earned that job. He should get to keep it. But Al, your boy Davis, who knows what he'll do.
Yeah, hopefully he'd learn from the Rich Bisaccia thing. I mean, he should have made that guy coach last time, you know.
Well, but the problem is you got a heavy hitter coming in from the college ranks this year, and I could see him being dumb enough to go pay him all the money.
Well, from what I heard, you know, I mean, who knows what's going to happen? Once again, it's a Davis, right? I agree. But Pierce had that conversation with Mark Davis when they hired him as the coach. Like, hey, you know, am I getting a fair shake here? Because last time you just went out and hired the Patriots guy. So we'll see. Hopefully they finish strong and, yeah, squeak into the playoffs or almost get there or something. I'll take it at this point.
From my experience, interim coaches seem to have winning records for some reason.
Yeah, like you know, I think
Romeo Cornell
around a guy like that, you know.
Yeah, plus he played the game. I mean, he's already that defense is fired up to play for him. I mean, that defense has been off the charts the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, and that's something we just haven't seen in forever. Sometimes, like, the Raiders' offense has been good in the last 20 years, but their defense has never been good in, like, the last 20 years, you know? So that's refreshing
Crosby
to see.
Is awesome.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I love that guy, you know? And that's the thing. There's a couple of people like him and Pierce and stuff. These guys were, like, made to be Raiders, you know? And, you got to build around stuff like that, You want to have success.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Tampa Tom says he was at the Jacksonville game last Sunday.
Oh,
that's
sweet.
awesome.
I went to Blazer game last night. Blazers and Spurs. I used to be a big Spurs fan. I don't watch much basketball anymore.
How much did that set you back, if you don't mind me saying? How much was
I
it?
got it on like a Black Friday sale, and I think they were like 30% off. But I still, there were still the tickets were like $36. They're up in the upper bowl, kind of in the corner, not on the end, but also not at the
your own
half
shit,
court
you're
line.
paying $20 a beer.
Well, and that's the thing, is that like those $36 tickets after the fees, it's $100 at least, over $100 with the fees.
And then you got the added bonus that you might come out and half of your car's destroyed by a homeless person trying to get in
Yeah.
with 50 cents in change.
But it was a good time. I brought a buddy, and he bought me dinner and a couple of beers, and I gave him the ticket. So I think it worked good for everybody.
Cool. Well,
just getting out with a buddy is always a good time, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep, indeed.
My dad used to take me to NBA games. He took me to like 2 or 3 a year. And he'd take me to the Kansas City King games before they went to Sacramento.
Oh, wow, the Kings.
Yeah, when they were red, white, and blue back then. And the
that's why they're named Kings, right? Because that area with the Royals and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Well, when they I was watching them against the Milwaukee Bucks, I think at the time, and they stopped the game for the Monday Night Miracle. Because the Monday night, and so I was like 5 or 6. I don't know how old I was, but I was just a little kid, and they stopped the game to play the national. Okay, yeah. Well, then I guess I was 7. They played the national anthem. They stopped the game, played the national anthem, and people just screamed the whole time.
Oh, that's awesome!
And I just remember saying, "We won the war! We won the war!"
Yep.
But that was back when we had pride in our country, and it was so awesome. Oh man,
yeah,
that was fun. Yeah. And
awesome.
And the basketball players stopped, for that. And you couldn't imagine them doing that today. For an Olympic hockey game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And then my dad took me to the Kings, or to the Lakers, because I wanted to watch Magic Johnson and Worthy. Worthy was my favorite player.
Yep.
But they benched both of them against the Kings and still won. But I still remember, today, Kareem. And he was in his end of his career, but he just dominated the court. I remember him doing like the sky hook. He just jumped.
Uh-huh.
Everybody is running around like, and then this guy that's super long and skinny, just like a Jedi, comes out of the crowd and goes, shoop, with this guy. Insane.
Dude, Wembanyama was crazy last night. He had a no-look block. The guy was behind him. He just put his hand up like this, blocked the shot.
Ah, that's hilarious.
Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Well, I think Portland's going to be a good team in a couple more years.
Well, both those teams need a couple years. They're the worst 2 teams in the Western Conference right now. But Detroit Pistons.
Look at how young that team is, dude. It's young.
Detroit Pistons just set a league record 27 or 29 losses in a row, something like that. One of those.
Wow.
Who ended up with Clyde the Glide Drexler at the end of his career? Was that the Pistons?
Houston. Yeah, Houston. He won a championship or 2 there.
Well, he was in Atlanta.
He was playing when my Chicago Bulls was beating them down year after year for the championship. Clyde Glide against Michael Jordan, man.
Clyde was good, man. He was really underrated.
Those were some beat down games. I mean, many buzzer beater. I mean, it was a good series when those 2 were going for it.
Yeah, I
They got
think it's
rid
still
of-
pretty debatable whether Clyde or Damian Lillard is the best Blazer of all time. You know?
I think without a doubt it's got to be Clyde.
Yeah, a lot of people would argue with you though, but a lot of people aren't old folks like us that got to see him play so much either. He was a stud.
Yeah,
That's why
I
every
think
time
that's
somebody tries to open their mouth about how LeBron is so much better than Jordan, they never got the privilege to watch him play, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jordan did stuff that you didn't think was even physically. I mean, LeBron James is a hell of a ball player, but
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Jordan,
just the fact that he's in the conversation is amazing.
I would still say him to Jordan's like this big of stretch. I mean,
Jordan's the best I ever saw play.
The only person other than LeBron that has ever played since Jordan that I thought would have had a shot is the Black Panther. I think that kid probably had a pretty good shot of. He
Black
was a
Mamba, Kobe.
Yes, the Black Mamba.
Yeah,
what did I
those
say?
guys,
Panther?
They're very talented, but they didn't have the same drive that Jordan had.
I agree.
I don't think
I do believe
No
if
slight
that
against them.
stupid GM that we had wouldn't have broke the team up, we probably would have gotten 10, 11, 12 of them in those years.
Oh, yeah, could have. Do you think there was a secret suspension of Michael Jordan when he went to go play baseball because he was gambling on NBA games?
Who knows what the story will ever be?
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. That's a conspiracy theory that's out there that I think is interesting because it sounds
And
plausible.
you know what's really sick about it? There's a guy out there that never got into the Hall of Fame, Pete Rose, that deserves. So what? He gambled. Oh well.
Well, it was one thing before the whole steroids thing, but since then, they forget those guys aren't all banned from baseball for their entire life.
But because Pete Rose opened his mouth against them after they started this stuff, now that they're doing it just out of spite,
Yeah, it's kind of nasty.
I don't understand sports writers because they rip on baseball players so much for steroids and whatnot, but yet in football they don't care at all. There's no cheating in football that's bad, but in baseball you don't deserve to go to the Hall of Fame.
I mean, I hate to say it, and I'll probably take some heat over it, but anybody that doesn't believe Rodgers took some kind of performance enhancement drug to get back, he was talking about coming back this year. You don't do that after an Achilles tendon tear. I'm sorry.
He might have had some help.
Human.
Well, it wasn't a sprain, dude. It was a complete tear.
I think that human health hormone or whatever should be legal.
So do everybody. I'd be buying it every day.
I would too. I would love to be able to grow cartilage back in my right knee. Actually, I don't care anymore because I don't have feeling in it. But before I hurt my spine, I used to have feeling in my knee hurt.
Bam. Danny goes, what have you been doing? Well, I might have found a new trick. Boom, boom.
But seniors in Utah get to do it. And they say it's been great for them. They're able to dance and everything. Grows their cartilage back.
Yeah, I think they're opening that stuff up more these days that,
I'd give it a whirl. I mean, what do I got to lose? I'm 55 at this point.
Yeah, there is concerns with young people taking that stuff because it can grow stuff like your heart too, and your heart gets too big. That causes physically, not metaphorically, that causes problems.
I got you. Well, and you see, I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't know the negatives and the positives. So, and I don't know any of the negatives. So that's a huge one. And
with me, it's not going to make me grow anymore. It's just going to fix all the crap that's broken at this point.
But I'm all for more freedoms for people, man. Let people do what they want to do as long as they're not hurting other
maybe
people.
You'll be talking about me in the NFL next year.
Well, Sylvester Stallone grew an inch after he started taking it. But they said it was probably just a regrowth of all of his
Travis
joints. because it grows cartilage back in your joints.
Yeah,
So
there's some
maybe that's what
interesting
added an
stuff
inch.
with like stem cells too, as far as like rebuilding stuff in people's bodies.
Well, there's that
you
one
know?
freak over in Russia too that I don't. It's very questionable how he's been able to practice this, but he claims he has the ability where he could take a young man or an old man's head, stick it on a young man's body, transfuse it into the young man's body.
Head transplant. I think there's like documentation that I want to say like a couple of months ago that they were like at least attempting it or something. I don't know.
Well, who's going to be the dummy? It's going to be the first to try it. Is like your likelihood of dying is like 98%. I mean,
well, if your body's riddled with cancer, and you got some kid that was in the army that got shot in the head.
I told my wife, I mean, Christ, if she dies, I might be willing to give it a whirl, What give me another 20 years,
I mean, look at the damage I have from my spine that they couldn't fix, and that's at the very bottom of my spine. And all the nerve damage I have just from that. Think of all the nerve
some of the people think by the year, like it's not that far out, like 15, 20 years from now, people won't even leave their house. They'll be hooked to a virtual reality machine and going and doing their jobs and stuff with their computerized person.
Just upload your brain to the cloud and
yeah, everybody's gonna be like zombies at home.
Immortal.
You'll be hooked to your computer and your computer's doing all your work for you,
I wouldn't argue. You probably have to have a hose shoved up your butt.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Maybe several.
But they would probably like pump it into the electric machine and you fuel your house with your own poop.
Oh, I thought stuff was going up there like Brondo or something to keep you alive.
Oh, I was doing the suction out. But yeah.
I think that's probably better. I don't know.
Well, your poop isn't just food, it's also all the dead cells.
Talk to poop talk, just that fast.
Sorry, Kenny.
I like it.
So, what league is this?
Oh, do you mind if I get some more tea real quick? Let me get Ryan's league.
Go ahead. Then I'm next. I gotta get a beverage.
I'm gonna go to a league with Ryan in it. So
there we go.
Is this your league?
No, I'm in the East and pull up the East if you could, please.
Okay.
I'm in the East and the North.
Here we go.
Right
I'll be
perfect.
Right back.
Go get your beverage.
9, 6, and 1. Now this is the one I was doing good, I think, in, wasn't it? No.
Look how many points I have.
Sheesh. That's a lot of points.
But I'm over 3 games behind Jimmy, so it's over. I lost.
Yeah.
Hence another time where the playoffs would be nice.
We're gonna have to stay on him about that one, Kenny. I agree.
I also like this no playoffs. I mean, it happens in the NFL every year. A dreamsicle team goes through and wins it all. It's happened many times.
Yep. And if there's 10-team leagues and only 4 players make the playoffs, then there's still somebody who can get screwed. But that's the way things go. In fact, the other league, the North, that's how it would be for me, because I'm in like 6th or 7th place. I would have had a shot
in a couple of my leagues if there were playoffs.
In that other league, I'm in like 6th or 7th place, and I have the second most points behind Brian, and he's losing.
Go up against each week, man.
I was going to say Fish Mafia hasn't done so well in this one, but he's like only 7-9. He's only a game under 500.
Yeah, all my teams are pretty much the same way. I'm either 1 or 2 games over 500 or.
I had a thought. Maybe what I'll do is I will take the top 4 teams, the top team from each division, have them tell me who they want to start, one starting lineup from their team throughout the playoffs. And
That's
then
a
I'll
lot of
run
work
all,
for you.
Well, not to
Well,
mention
it's only
it
4 teams.
won't do them any good because the playoffs, half the people's rosters are going to be gone.
Right. So, I mean, like, let's go to Jimmy. He'll have Jalen Hurts as his quarterback, maybe all the way to it. But as soon as Jalen Hurts gets knocked out, I don't have to do any more work for quarterback. Deebo Samuels. So he's going to have he'll have a good wide receiver. Is Justin Jefferson going to make the playoffs?
Nope.
Still possible,
Maybe.
right? You guys got an outside chance also, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, and we'll just go with whatever they've got on their roster.
That's a lot of work for you.
Or
Yeah, but I
Ed,
used
next
to
year we
do
could
it.
just do playoffs.
This is playoffs.
No, next year we could do playoffs in the league. Like on week 14, we start the playoffs.
Yeah.
Or just the last 2 weeks, like we did last year. If only 4 teams make it, you only need 2 weeks.
See. So what's your other team?
The North. Yeah. See, in this one, I think I have the second most points, but I am way down there, right? Where am I? Oh, Raider Nation. Yeah, I'm 7th.
Where
With the
am I at?
second most points, I think. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I'm just barely behind Brian.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's so, however, the randomness of playing.
And yeah, and it's not like teams have even scored that much against me. You look at the points against, those aren't super high, you know?
Yeah, but the weeks you lost, you got your ass beat, I bet.
Yeah. Well, no, just opposite of that. I barely lost them, the ones I lost. And then I crushed, the ones that I won. But, that's how it goes. No big deal.
I mean, there
was a cool way that I heard about from this guy at my work. He was saying, and I don't know how hard it is to do this, if like Yahoo has a setting for it or anything, but like the top 3 teams record-wise made the playoffs, and then the next team that had the most points also made the playoffs.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So in like that scenario in this league, I'd still make the playoffs, even though I'm in 7th place or something.
I think it should go off record. Top 4 record.
Well, the top 3 did, but it was just that last spot. But that sounds complicated also,
So let's go to this one, see how many points Jimmy P has. Jimmy P's got 20. Oh, I forgot to buy it. I keep wanting to buy a stylist so I can do my shorts easier when I make them, and my thumbnails. My thumbnails are really hard. I let my mom borrow my stylus pin that has a pin on one side and a stylus on the other side.
Yeah.
And she lost the pin.
Well, I wish I lived closer, man. I give those out for work all the time. I got a whole bunch of them with my company name on it.
I've had this one for 2 years.
Kenny's got one for you right there.
Mine's in my phone.
I wish I had one so bad.
Mine's right here in my phone. It stashes right in my phone.
I need a new phone too. Okay, so Jimmy in the, what was this, the North?
This is the East.
The East. Okay, Jimmy in the East has 23, 27. Wow, Jimmy. Is Jimmy still here? He's smoking. Okay.
Yeah.
In the West.
Jimmy, who's winning the league, says I want playoffs.
Nice.
We have, We've got June in the West. Was this the West?
He says fantasy football without playoffs is like a stripper without boobies.
Well, it's going to be awesome because the new commissioner next year can do it.
Fair enough.
Man, that's like the little kid on the playground. Oh, wait, gonna let me play by my rules? Fine, I'm taking my ball home.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
That's a kid that wins. Oh my God! And Jimmy has a shot to win it here too.
Yeah, but look at Brian's. If Brian can catch him, he's got a shit ton of points.
Yeah,
he has almost as many as I do in the East.
Let's see who's Brian playing this week.
Me. And I'm projected to beat him. I got 27 points from his guy, Breece Hall.
Oh, and you want Dak Prescott to do good. Oh, wow. You do have a lot of points from Breece. Boy. Let's see. And I'm not playing. Who's playing Jimmy?
But I lose a lot of these, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, Jimmy's playing the fourth place. Oh, he's playing Bentley. That's going to be interesting to see if Bentley can
match up.
Bend him out of first. And I'm playing a worthless game, but I want to be above 500 this week. Or by the end of the year.
That McGiblets, he's like a local buddy of yours, right?
Giblets?
McGiblets or something? The team you're playing?
Know. Oh, is that Danny? I went to high school with Danny.
Okay. Nice.
Wow.
So Ed, when do you get to see your girlfriend next?
We're probably going to go to the Cincinnati fish swap.
All right.
When's that?
That's in February.
Cool.
Yeah.
Me and Ryan will be hooking up at a event in February too at Swap.
Is that going to happen?
What is he talking about? Canceling that swap now?
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't heard anything.
What he's been talking about, he was going to cancel the expo, the other big event.
Oh yeah, the expo. Yeah.
He already wrote me in to speak on for that now.
Cool.
And then Alex is coming down for that one.
Everybody on YouTube should know that Kenny's talk he gave for the Willamette Club was really good a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago or so.
Did he give out free candy bars?
No, but he did donate like a whole bunch of fish and raised a whole bunch of money for the club too. So, yeah, that was pretty awesome.
It was fun too. I got to ride down with Roland and Ryan.
Yep.
We had a power lunch.
I wish I could go with you guys.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Causing trouble.
Oh, yeah. Mischief.
If I lived there, I would hang out with you people.
I made Kenny wait around until the whole auction was over, too.
Yep. I was there till the auction was over.
Holy cow. Look at Alien World would be leading.
Wow. 25-72. Whoa. Who's on his team? Can you click on his team?
Yeah, hang on. Just let me write this down.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, take care of business.
Yeah, maybe I'll do the top 8 teams. Okay, he's got Debo. Oh, he's got Rice. He's got McCaffrey.
Uh-huh.
He got Kamara. I don't know who this likely is.
Isaiah Likely can lighten it up for Baltimore. He's good tight end.
Let's go to this season.
And then Mostert's been a beast. He just set the Dolphins single season record for rushing touchdowns, I think. He's got Dak too and Josh Allen.
And Derek.
A-Chain's been good when he's playing. He's got Devontae Adams on the bench, which is wise because Devontae, even though the Raiders' offense is doing well, Devontae haven't seen a lot of
Look at
points.
all the quarterbacks.
Oh,
He's
wow.
got 5 quarterbacks on his team.
Well, yeah,
he just snatched up all the quarterbacks so nobody else could have any.
Yeah,
I guess.
He's what we call in this world a gluttonous pig, is what he is.
He's hoarding quarterbacks.
Yeah, he's making what he's hoping for. Somebody will get desperate for a quarterback and trade him a good receiver. But he's past the trade deadline now, so I mean, this
you walk in the house and it's just a total mess. You're like, "Is that Joe Flacco down there?"
I snatched Flacco in 3 of my 4 leagues, man.
Nico, you're going in.
It's looking like he might win another championship.
This is one of my really good teams here.
Well, this McConnell you got pitching the ball now, Ryan. He's got a shot.
Weird. They'll have 1 empty spot. Let's go add a player. Let's go what they project for the remaining part of the season, which is 2 games. Whoops. Remaining games. The quarterback for Denver, no. You know what? Let's get rid of quarterbacks because we don't like them anyway.
What I do in this case is just put it on the slot. You know, bring up receivers, tight ends, and running backs for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see nothing left.
Nothing is left. Let's see just this week. Projections.
He's tired. I forgot.
10 points is the best projection I can find. Let's go to defenses. Maybe that somebody had dropped a really good defense. Nope. Let's see what defense I have. I got the Chiefs, which are supposed to get 9 points. I'm going to keep writing my Chiefs, man. The Chiefs defense, it's such a sucky deal. Such a sucky deal. But yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll take the top 8 teams and then play them throughout the playoffs.
That'd be cool, but it's a lot of work for you.
I don't have a job.
There you go.
So I can do it. I mean, it takes about a half hour. I used to do it at work on the clock. I'd go in because we had our own union office. So I would do this type of stuff in the union office all day long.
Nice. It'd be really dependent upon you having a lot of players that made the playoffs.
Yeah.
But those teams are probably going to have players like that, you know.
Yep. So that'll be interesting. Let's see what Mexicali is. Stafford. Oh, no. Stroud. Dude, this dude was freaking awesome for me. I picked him up in 2 of my leagues as a backup, and he's been a really good starter.
Yeah, there's no doubt he's winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, right? I don't think anyone else comes close.
I don't think so either. Wow, look, he's got White, the running back White.
Yeah, Zamir White for the Raiders because Josh Jacobs has been out.
Look, he's supposed to get 12 points.
And that Zamir White, he is so fast, man. He is. He's got some ridiculous speed, and he can run people over too. He looks like a keeper to me.
That's awesome. Ooh, Mexicali is playing Danikin, and Danikin's favored to win.
Those projections.
Yeah,
Man,
the projection wins.
sometimes.
I mean, I've been projected to win almost every game this year.
Yeah. A lot of good that does.
Jorge's really cool. Oh, you had Ford on the bench. He got 25 points.
They only kicked Calvin Ridley out of the league for like a year and a half or something. You know, they didn't ban him from football for life like Pete Rose.
Yeah, I just think it's messed up.
They basically did the exact same thing.
Except was Pete Rose only betting on himself?
He says he was betting on himself.
And, I guess there's no way to prove
And Calvin Ridley also, I believe, bet for the Panthers to win. He probably lost that bet.
The playoff thing's just for fun, Jimmy. You're getting your skirt in an uproar over nothing. It's just for fun, is what he's doing. He wants to see but he's not doing the playoffs correctly. What he should do, if he really wants to see who would have truly won, is he could go back to week 14, however many teams he wanted to let in the playoffs, see what each of those guys scored that week. Of course, it's not a legitimate thing because you would have to see what that guy scored and that guy scored and just go off of that to find out who would have won.
And this is just to add to the season. And, I mean, Jimmy's going to get the best odds on with 2 teams in. You know?
Yeah,
but
Jimmy's
the whole thing is
to beat. A lot of my losses in those 2 leagues came to Jimmy. I think like 4 of them.
Let's see. I mean, the whole league is nothing but just goofy funness. But let's see who Jimmy's lost.
I go down and turn off lights. I don't want Danny doing it. She's pretty much bedridden right now.
Danny's bedridden?
Oh, man, that stinks.
She's pretty bad still.
Bummer. There's Jimmy. Let's see if I can. Nope, that's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Jimmy's record.
12-4. 2,300.
No, like against people. Schedule.
Oh, there you go.
Here we go. He lost to the lady. He lost to Jess the metalhead.
By 8.
I don't remember $800 million. Who's that?
That's Ricky De Hoyos, I think.
Oh, I need to call Ricky and see how he's doing.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you should. Tell him I said what's up.
Yeah, he's awesome. Oh, he lost to Rico, and he lost to Kenny. And then he's destroyed everybody else.
Yup. He beat me twice.
Let's see. Fish Mafia. Yeah, he beat me by 31. And then he beat me by
55. 55.
Yeah. Wow. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see how Jimmy did in the other league. Or no, let's go to you. You're in here?
Yeah. Yeah, go to mine on there. Because, I mean, I'm scoring ridiculous points, but I'm still losing.
Yeah, you lost to 20 to him.
Yeah, 145.
You tied Kenny.
I tied Kenny, yeah.
Oh, you lost to me.
Yeah, and I have 153. I laid an egg against Larry. I only had 102. Yeah. And then I had 142 against Jimmy, lost.
Just barely lost that one. Just barely lost to Rico.
Rico, yeah. I had, 148 points and I lost?
Rico seems like he beat all the good teams and loses to the easy ones.
Yeah, Jimmy lost Justin Jefferson. That He's pretty much
Wow.
overcome it though.
Look at the lady. Jess has been really good in this league. Oh, she's
Mhm.
in third place.
Yeah, and she's good
Oh,
in
she's-
the north too. I just beat her last week to take like second to move up
She's
or
in-
something. Or
She's
this
in
week.
2 leagues.
Oh, it's this one. I think so. I think she's in the north also, and she's doing good there too. The Valkyries. Yeah, she's in
Oh.
third.
That's James's wife.
Oh, okay. 2 different people. Okay. I was confused. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all good. But she's been like off and on. I feel bad because let's see who I traded her. She traded me Rice.
Oh yeah, you
The-
guys
the
actually
run-
made a trade.
Yeah, that one day that I just threw trades to every single person in the league. And she countered and I said, okay. And then afterwards I was like, I don't remember who I gave her.
Yeah.
So
But you have to go to transactions and go through all of those to find it. Maybe you can sort by just or yeah, maybe you'll remember once you see it.
Alexander Madison. I traded Alexander Madison to her, and he's been pretty bad.
Yeah.
He was a high draft pick for me, and he's just been horrific this year.
Yeah, he hasn't.
I mean, look at that. But I don't know. That was probably like week 12 when I made the trade with her. And he's gotten maybe 14 points since week 12.
Yeah, he's
hard. And then let's see. So I think ripped her off.
He's only started 1% in the league. He's barely rosterable.
Since week 12, I got 13, 14, 20.
Wow.
20.
You totally fleeced her. That's funny.
Oh, I kind of feel bad.
Well, it's not like you're winning the league.
I know. It's just wow. I can't, because at the time he wasn't doing anything for her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Then she trades him to me and he gets 30 points. And he became they finally started, is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, they should have been doing that from the beginning of the year. I thought that dude looked good just in preseason football. You know, I remember seeing him and like, wow. And
dude,
he's been the saving grace, basically.
I would cut Sky Moore in a heartbeat. I would cut McCole Harmon in a heartbeat.
I need to trade Taylor Swift for Stephon Diggs.
Oh my God! Well, no, I don't know, man. She's making the Chiefs a lot of money.
Buffalo's not quite Canada. Let's be fair.
But man, and I would keep the one goofball. I would keep Tony, Kadarius Tony.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, because I think he has potential to be a stupid guy that might help, but he has screwed up so much. But the other guys have screwed up too.
Yeah, I don't know that Tony's got all the athletic ability in the world, but he just doesn't have it between the ears, man. Maybe he'll grow up and figure it out, but I don't know.
I think his IQ is super low, but all those other guys, their IQs are super low, but they're physically stupid too.
Jimmy's got a point. He said Kelsey's even dropping the ball, Ed, which is true.
Yeah, well, he's being covered by defensive backs instead of linebackers this year.
Maybe you should trade. Maybe you should trade the insurance salesman.
Nope.
You can send him to the Raiders.
I don't think so. But it is true. Kelsey has dropped some balls too. But I think Kelsey's not normally triple teamed, and all they do is triple team him and let the other guys screw up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And half of Mahomes' interceptions have been them doing this, like in the numbers, and then bouncing it to them and stuff.
Yeah, one of the Raiders game interceptions was exactly like that. The second one, I think.
And I've seen it every week. And then last week, I think Mahomes is finally realizing that his players all suck, and he was so frustrated in that game. Boy, he was horrific. He was just terrible.
Well, I mean, some of the post game interviews have been brutal for the guy. I mean, that one, he was sitting there wrapped up and his lips were almost blue and he was just shivering.
Was that the one in Denver when he was sick? He had the
dude,
flu.
he looked like, I don't even know how he made it through that game.
Well, he started off real good against the Raiders, running the ball and stuff, and I think he felt like he has to do it all himself because his players suck. You know, they just suck. Well,
if I remember right, that first pass that got interception, that was I mean, who knows? Maybe somebody ran the route wrong or something.
That looked terrible. I think he was just overcome.
Like,
that's his worst game he's ever played.
Won't get on the.
Where's my dog? Oh, I like puppy dogs. I wish I could give him a hug. Is it a him or a her?
It's a her. Stormy dog. Stormy.
Has she ever met Kenny's dog?
Where's your baby? Go get your baby. No, She gets like I'll take her for a walk. She's a big dog, and like she sees a little dog, she doesn't react at all. But like if she sees another big dog, then she's got to react and like act like she's all tough, which she isn't at all, you know. So I don't know how well that would go over.
Yeah, I understand. You know what? Let's go to the other players on the Chiefs team and see their drops and stuff because it's so bad. Because look, this one actually has targets and receptions.
Go lay down.
The Chiefs, there's never been a team in the 2000s that have dropped the ball as much as they have this year.
Really? Any team?
Yeah, they were any team. They have almost a 10% drop rate.
Wow. Man, when Amari Cooper was playing with Derek Carr, he dropped the ball so much, man. It was ridiculous. And he's been a lot better since.
Well, unless somehow these schmucks stop dropping the ball, I'm going to just tight ends, wide receivers, and running backs. Okay. Let's see. Kelsey. Well, we don't know if he dropped it or not, but he was targeted 7 times, caught 5 last week. Kelsey still needs to get, I think, 32 more yards to get 1,000 yards this year.
I just found the top list of drop passes, like leaders in drop passes. Although once I click on the site, I don't know where it is. But none of them are Chiefs. It's just like they combine for all of these. David Njoku from Cleveland's number 1. Ford from Cleveland is number 2. And then Stephon Diggs and Josh Jacobs are tied for number 3, according to.
You got to go to percentage, not overall drops, because guys that get thrown to a lot are going to get more
passes dropped. Here, I might have found it.
See if you go by percentage. Because, like, it's not saying Scantling has 39 targets for a starter. That's terrible. And 20 receptions. But I bet you he has, like, 10 drops, which doesn't sound too bad, but since he's only been thrown to 40 times. Yeah, let's see.
Maybe I found the list. Yeah, I found a different list, and this lists them different. They're similar. And it says Rashee Rice is number 8 with how many drops? With 7 drops. And 8 drops. And then Kelsey's 7 drops.
Yeah, but you see, It's the percentage is what I'm going
Yeah,
for.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's
Because,
I mean, that's what it should be.
Kelsey has a bajillion targets.
Yeah. But yeah, total drops 11. David Njoku from the Browns. And then Tyreek Hill, your old guy. He's got 10 drops. But yeah, those guys getting lots
I
of
would accept
targets
that all
too.
day.
Puka
The
Nakua is
Chiefs,
number 3 with 10.
here this
That's
says that the
a
Chiefs
stud
are
this year.
rated, have a 10.3% drop rate in the league. So 1 out of 10 they drop. That's horrific.
Wow. Yeah,
But
that is horrific.
it's the percentage.
It's too bad you guys didn't get Addison, man. That kid's been a stud for us this year. He was critical for us when
He has been outstanding. He made a ridiculous catch. What was it, Sunday or whenever they played? This was a wacky week.
We weren't able to get him, though, because you drafted before we do.
No, that's true.
You sniped him from us.
I mean,
the
Chiefs wasted their first-round draft pick. That guy hasn't even played.
We should have took Levis that pick. I still say we should have took Levis that pick. I said it before the draft started who I wanted the first round. I said it after our boneheads did it, and I said that kid's going to be good. And guarantee you he will be the starter next year for Tennessee, and they will be a good team.
I really wish I could find the leaders in percentages of dropped balls.
Yeah, I could try doing a search.
Before you came up, I was talking about I want Bo Nix to go to Minnesota.
Oh, Bo Nix, yeah. Uh-huh. It'll be interesting to see how him and Michael Penix do in the NFL.
I think they're going to play
so hard
better.
to tell. Sometimes, like, I watch a lot of Alabama games, so I can usually tell with them, just because I've seen enough of it. But
first couple of years, old Chip was in the league, though. His offense he brought from Oregon did pretty well. Then Chip just kind of fizzled. He went, where the hell did that guy go?
who?
You don't hear nothing about that guy no more. Or did he go back
Chip
to
Kelly?
college? Chip Kelly, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't he? Mm-hmm. Well, he's coaching for, is it L.A., one of the L.A. colleges?
Oh, is he at UCLA now or Stanford?
Yeah, I'll do a search for him.
Or is it Cal?
Right now, I'm just trying to hunt down percentage.
He's at UCLA, and then there's an article from the LA Times talking about whether they're going to keep him or not. So we'll see.
Oh no, he's going to get axed at the college ranks. He's done. He'll be back to coaching football in high school.
Somebody probably hire him as an assistant in the NFL.
He's going to turn into young Sheldon's dad. Disgruntled.
I never watched that show. Is it good?
Oh my God, it will hook you, dude. I've been sick. I buzzed through like 4 seasons of it. There's only 5.
Yeah, I heard you and Danny were under the weather, man. That sucks.
Oh, dude, we're still. This has been I'm telling you guys, this strain that's going around is messed up.
No fun.
Well, and the other sickness with it is terrible, dude. This there's a flu that takes almost 3 weeks to get rid of.
Well, here's the problem, Ed. I had that flu the weekend before this.
That sucks.
So I just can't seem to get enough energy under my belt to do anything, But I got to tomorrow. I mean, my fish tank, I would love to have a couple of fish tankers right now. I mean, it's bad, dude. But
my dad finally had it too.
I got the strength tomorrow to start getting shit done again. My tank's in the wall. I'm disgusted by. I mean, I've got one in there who's got some weird stuff going on. I've always fought it since I got him day one. But now one of his eyes is like popping.
Yeah. Dude, I'd come over and help you, but I don't want any part of that sickness.
I don't want you getting sick, dude. I don't want anybody here right now with the way, not knowing. I mean, I've had the flu through here and this goddamn bug. It's bad. No, I wouldn't want anybody here, right?
Well, my dad, he got that 3-week respiratory, and I think I got it at the OCA, and then I gave it to them. But they may have also got it when they went to Gatlinburg, because they went to Gatlinburg right after Thanksgiving with my sister.
Yeah, who knows? So, I mean, you just can't second guess stuff like that.
Yeah, what I meant, Ryan, is I got that auto water,
that water your life
in the garage here that I could convert all these tanks to auto water if I quit being a bonehead. That's what I was talking about. That I would thinking I might have to. If we're gonna get down to 50, I think we can still keep up with what we got if we go to 50. But it's just getting to be too much working full time and all that stuff. And trying to maintain 80 plus tanks is insane.
Yeah.
So it's either I go to auto water or we downsize. And I think downsize is the way to go, which will make it easier for the kids when we croak,
My dad just got over the COVID, and then they found appendicitis.
Oh my God, he can't catch a break.
Well, it's worse. We took him to the hospital with that, and they thought they were going to have to do emergency. They put him in the CAT scan or whatever to check him out. Turns out he has diverticulitis. And honestly, I think I'd rather have appendicitis because they get rid of it and you're back to normal after a few days. Diverticulitis, you can't eat any seeds forever until they cut your intestines out.
Oh, wow.
No.
My mom had to have 17 inches of her intestines removed with it. And now my dad has it. It's unbelievable. But he got it because he eats a bag of popcorn every night before he goes to bed. He's been doing that for the last 40 years.
Yeah, that's not a good idea, folks. Take it from Ed's dad. Let him be an example to us all.
Well, yeah, popcorn seeds actually will, if they go side, is it the open side down that it kind of digs in and stays there?
Yeah.
Well, I get it in my gums, and it rips the crap out of my gums. So, of course, it's going to do the same thing to the other end, right?
Everywhere it goes through, it can catch.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I don't do popcorn.
Hey, Melvin. Hey, Craig.
Oh, hey, guys. Good day. And howdy. Well, what do they say in Pennsylvania? They don't say howdy.
They just wave a terrible cow, I think.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking the Amish people there say hello, English.
Probably. Something like that.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to get a few more things done around here, help her out before we go to bed here. But it was sure fun. It always is being up here with you guys. But we're running out of time now.
Great to see you, fellas. Happy holidays to you guys and everybody else out there.
All right, Ryan. All right, guys. Well, thanks to everybody who showed up tonight. We appreciate you. And we will see you guys again, same place, same time, next Friday night. It'll be 2024.
Woohoo!
Nice.